And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk program. This is the first time I've ever had a live show with a $200 member level group. Now, this show will be released to the public in about 5 days, and we're going to go over today Hecto, Hecto. We're going to go over Hecto. It's so far, I'm not vouching for this coin at all, but so far it looks very, very interesting. It's something that most likely I'm probably going to get. Not today. This coin is a little difficult to get. And we are going to have maybe a private show tomorrow, possibly. I'm going to do like an open show for free, and then I'm going to do a $200 member group show. And again, that won't be locked up for 5 days. And then after 5 days, I'll release it to the public. That way, it gives you guys time to look at the crypto, think about if you want it, try to attempt to buy it, and that way other people won't be bumping up the price. Then when this show goes public, then it has a pretty good audience, and then people might dogpile it into it and raise the price. So congrats for joining the $200 membership program. And it looks like I got Larry Brotherton here, Ed Smith, D. Curry. Looks like it's just we got 2 people in here. And let's get started with it. So here's Hecto. Let me do a copy and a paste. This thing is like brand new. It's very difficult to get this. I'm going to tell you. Now, some of you are way better than me at this techie stuff. You're going to be able to get this easily. I've got a friend I'm trying to work with, and he's going to have to hold my hand, baby steps, to get through this thing. But I'm going to report it. I've known about it for about 3 to 4 days. I just didn't want to go over it because it's like hard to get. I love the concept of it. And again, this thing is a bitch to get, all right? My name is Crypto Hulk. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor, none of the above. I don't know anything about crypto. I don't know anything about financial advice. Don't buy anything on this program. Don't even listen to me. I do so much drugs, heroin, cocaine, this and that. You don't even want anything to do with anything that I say. Got it? Okay, there's your legal disclaimer. We're going to go over Hecto. Now, if you put your cursor, so there's the website, hecto.inc. And if you move your cursor over products, it shows Hecto predictions. They have daily markets for private companies. Everyone is watching. Then you have Hecto PMX. It's a tokenized route for eligible users seeking structured economic exposure. Okay, what do we got going on here, Crypto Hulk? What is Hecto in a nutshell? Make it easy for me to understand. Okay. You know how we can't get certain cryptos because it's like accredited investor only? Okay. It means you got to be worth like $1 million in the United States. Now, there's something called accredited investor, or an institutional investor, right? Those people, I think, are worth like 10 million. I'm not sure. There's YSN. Again, I'm not familiar with this area. I don't even know if you have to own some kind of LLC or corporation or C Corp, whatever. I have no idea. But I know that what we're going to talk about today, Hecto, is how you get access to companies when they first come up. Now, I like this Hecto concept. I don't know anything about the company. I'm not vouching for it. I'm not saying whether it's a scam or not. I have no idea. You've got to have Canton Coin to buy it. So you'd have to have it on I'm going to talk to my friend. I'm going to take some off of my Kraken account and see if I can transfer it to this other place. I'm not going to say what. If I'm able to buy it, then I'm going to do a show on it so I can show you how to buy it. All right. So today it's a learning experience. There's Richard Connors, John Connor. So what we got going on is these corporations or these very rich people get access to companies before they hit the stock market. Okay, that's like institutional investor. Guess what? You're going to be able to be a brokie and still be able to buy into those stocks that the rich can get. This company, from what it sounds like, is amazing. Okay, I don't have to have 10 million bucks. I don't have to be an institutional investor. I can join up with Hecto. There's the website right there. It says it pays to be early. This is what we're talking about. This is pre-IPO. This, everybody, is how us brokies gets in on crypto before it's time. Oh my God. This is what you want. I talked to people who are gaining access. Now, what happens is you get the token. This is the glorious part of this. You don't need to be an institutional investor worth 100 million bucks. You and me can get into this. This is truly amazing right here. This crypto is 0.003. I think $100 gets you 30,000. So $1,000 would get you 300,000. It'd be like $1,500 for $1 million or something like that. I'm not sure how that goes. Telling you what, it runs on the Canton network. Oh, Monica. You guys, I'm telling you. Now, on paper, this sounds great. I haven't studied this one. I haven't deep dived the white paper, none of that shit. I'm just letting you know ahead of time of what this is. Crypto Hulk is very, very interested. It's hard as hell to get this shit, okay? I got a friend who's going to help me look into this a little deeper. And if I buy it, I'll let you know, okay? Am I considering buying it? Yes, I am. If I figure it out, well, I will figure it out with my friend. I will do a show on this in the next day or two, only for the $200 people. And then we will go over how in the hell to buy this shit. Is it worth it? For $1,500, man, to get $1 million, some of a bitch. So I'll just let you know. Let's scroll down the website. So I put my cursor over the products at the top of the page. Company, about the company. You can go about the token. Built on Canton, there's compliance and the team. Let's go on the about section. Let's learn a little bit about Hecto. Now, the access layer before the listing. Hecto structures demand for the pre-IPO economy. Hecto is in, so what you want, listen everybody, what I want to get is in a stock before all the people in the world get access to it. That's how you get rich, everybody. You get access into stocks before they hit the stock market. Oh, not good for the brokies out there. Now, for us, we're going to get access to be able to buy companies before they even hit the stock market. We're going to buy the tokens. I want to make sure it's very clear. You're not buying stocks. You're buying a token of a stock. Oh, that's the workaround. That's how you get into this. This company, Hecto, buys the fucking stocks, and then we get the tokens of the stocks. Now, that I like. Hey, look, I like getting the shit early, okay? That's what we do on this show. We get in early with cryptos. Now, hey, you know what? I might start I'm not really into stocks. I could possibly be into a company that does this kind of shit, okay? So some of you guys are out there buying Seals Coin, Seals Q, and hyperscale data and all that. Maybe you might want to get tokens of Hecto. Might be an option for some of you. It's definitely one that I'm looking into myself. Hecto structures demand for the pre-IPO economy. Hecto is an asset issuer on Canton. Are you hearing me? Hoo-wee, coming in hot. Predictions reveal a signal. PMX tokenizes private market exposure, and vaults routes qualified access through documented product pairs. Oh, nice. Nice. Make private markets legible before they go public. Everybody, that's what I'm talking about. Getting in early before it even hits the stock market. Buddy. Buddy. The operating map behind Hecto. Move from team and token context into compliance, Canton infrastructure, institutional routes, and product architecture. You have the team, the Hecto token. They got compliance built on Canton. It's for institutions who are going to be buying all these stocks and shit, and we're getting the token for Hecto. I don't completely understand this whole thing as of now, and that's A-okay. That's why I'm here early, talking to you all about it. There's Crypto Bat, welcome. Now let me get into my deep dive. Hecto. Hecto Finance is an early stage institutional tokenization platform, building the world's first. Are you hearing what we're talking about here? What we do on Crypto Hulk Show is we get in first. That's what we like to do. The world's first tokenized pre-IPO index for hectocorns. So you've heard of a unicorn, right? Yeah, that's a company, crypto. A unicorn, a real unicorn, not that fake shit with the horse thing with the horn coming out of his. A unicorn is a company that's worth $1 billion. A hectocorn, it's valued at over 100 billion. What? Unicorn is worth $1 billion. Hectocorns are at 100 billion, 100 times more valuable. I'm telling you what, you're thinking about trading in some Canton coin. That's how you buy this. You get Canton coin and you convert it on this platform. We'll talk about maybe tomorrow, the next day. You got to convert your Canton into this Hecto. Yeah, buddy. Hectocorns, late stage private companies valued at 100 billion. It operates on the Canton network. Are you hearing me? Holler if you hear me. Delivering programmable, diversified economic exposure to a curated basket of elite tech and fintech names via on-chain instruments. So these are companies. Hecto deals with companies that skip the initial public offering stage, and these companies are already worth like 100 billion or more. That's what we're getting access to. These are companies that didn't want to go on the stock market right away. They wanted to wait till they're worth 2 billion, 3, 4, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 billion dollars. Yeah, let's sell some tokens off for the company. This is what I am loving this. This is very, very cool. Crypto Hulk gives it a double thumbs up, okay? Let's look at some of the founders. Who are the people that started this shit? Alton Miller, ULTAN, Alton Miller. He's the CEO and co-founder. He leads Hecto. He previously founded and served as managing partner of Saxon, SAXON, one of the first, listen to this, oh my God. This is one of the first FCA, Financial Conduct Authority, regulated United Kingdom digital asset investment banks and advisory firms. Whoa, one of the first banks, advisory firms in the United Kingdom. That's who started this right here. Ladies and gentlemen, these people are so connected. Miller has advised on over $300 million in blockchain and fintech transactions. Miller brings cross-sector experience spanning venture cap. God, this guy brings the people with the biggest money. That's just what I'm seeing right here. Craig Dyer, he's the co-founder. Craig, C-R-A-I-G, last name Dyer, D-Y-E-R. He's the co-founder. This guy here, oh my God, he has a CFA. He has a CFA background. Previously co-created something called Nexus Global Ventures, focused on pre-IPO sourcing and fundraising. This guy, Craig Dyer, knows how to fundraise. That means he brings money. He brings millions. He brings hundreds of millions. Now, Hecto was formed as a joining together of Saxon's digital asset and the Nexus company private markets. These two companies kind of joined together to create something we call Hecto, okay? And it's for companies that are worth at least $100 million. Oh my God. Becky. The small team has 2 to 10 people. They got executives from Goldman Sachs and Barclays working there, everybody. This is according to Grok. They have a clear emphasis on regulated, institutional-grade infrastructure, and they're not dealing with retail DeFi brokies, okay? What's awesome about this is us brokies are able to get access into this company through buying these tokens. This is so awesome. Hecto Finance emerged in 2025 as a specialized vehicle at the intersection of private markets and on-chain capital markets. It's not a general purpose DeFi protocol or a meme token project. Its inaugural product is a rules-based, dynamic, tokenized index providing basket exposure to 7 private mega caps. Here's what you're buying into with these tokens. The success of OpenAI, SpaceX, ByteDance, that's the Chinese that started TikTok. You got something called XAI, Stripe, which is basically Stellar, Tether, and Anthropic. Oh my God. The platform launched initial phases in 2026, including a prediction. So they have a valuation / a prediction market for private companies as an on-ramp. The site emphasizes it pays to be early. Yeah. What is the core use case? The core use case: solve the structural liquidity and access gap in private markets by wrapping diversified exposure to high-value IPO companies into a single programmable on-chain instrument. Investors deposit capital into a dedicated vault. The protocol issues tokens representing proportional performance of the basket. Now, I've heard of the Canton SIP, the CIP56. Remember now, this Canton is hooked up with Rise, the Rise token. No. You know how, here we go. What crypto tokenizes on the Canton network? That would be the token Rise. That a lot of these people out there that are kind of like low IQ, they sold that token off. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you have the liquid token, and that all three of those cryptos right there, they all work together. So this platform here is working on Canton. So the liquid mercury, the three cryptos. Okay, I'm going to make it clear. What I'm not saying is the cryptos on the Canton network, T-Rise and the liquid mercury, they're not partners with Hecto. I want to make sure that's very clear. What liquid mercury does, it's like the storefront helping the on and off ramps. And what T-Rise does is tokenize on Canton. So those two are partners of Canton, not Hecto. What's going to happen, do you think, indirectly? What's going to happen indirectly to Canton? It's going to go up at crazy value. So is the T-Rise token, and so is the liquid mercury, because the T-Rise tokenizes for Canton. Now, Hecto's going to need tokenization, right? Guess who's going to be in there? Okay, let me ask the question again. Who's going to tokenize for Canton? T-Rise. Is Hecto going to need some tokenization work? Yeah. And who does tokenization work for Canton? T-Rise. There you go. And that liquid mercury, they work for Canton. So on Canton, they're going to need on and off ramps, huh? And who's going to provide off ramps for Canton? Liquid mercury. Oh, shit, Crypto Hulk. I didn't buy those. I dumped them. All right. So we're going after, see, everything that Hecto does, okay, people that are not quite are jiggy with it, everything that Hecto does goes on the Canton network. So that's going to make T-Rise very busy and make liquid mercury very, very busy, okay? And then it's going to make Canton price go up, 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 up. And then T-Rise goes up, 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 up. And same thing with liquid mercury, all right? People that bought in early, congrats. I'm still holding all my T-Rise, didn't sell off a single one because Crypto Hulk knows what happens. And guess what happens next month? Now, here's a little secret. Next month, the DTCC is going to start tokenizing the Russell 1000. And guess what? The DTCC is going to do this on the Canton network. The DTCC eventually is going to move all. Here's a little secret the Brokies don't know, is the DTCC is on Canton, and they're going to eventually tokenize $5 quadrillion a year worth of crypto on T-Rise and liquid mercury. Oh, nice. Oh, but you sold it off so you can make $1,000. Oh, looks like you're going to miss out on millions. But being a Brokie, that's what you get. All right. So we're seeing here the Canton has a what they call CIP, CIP-56 utility governance tokens. That's you got all these. The Canton coin token. Yeah, buddy. For every one Canton, you get 100 of these hect. It goes into the Canton, telling us what Canton is. I'm not going to read that. Canton itself has strong. Now, I want you to listen to this. Here's how we know Hecto is going to be a winner. And all these cryptos, T-Rise, Canton Coin, Liquid Mercury, Hecht. Now listen, what is Canton? Canton itself has strong institutional pedigree. Canton is used and tested by major players, including Goldman Sachs, Citadel Securities, HSBC, the DTCC, Depository Trust Clearing Corporation, BNY Mellon, America's oldest bank, Franklin Templeton Investments, and others. Canton has 600 of the world's biggest organizations as their partner. What the hell do you think's going to happen to T-Rise, Canton Coin, and Liquid Mercury? Why the fuck would you sell that shit off? These dumbass people, they're so fucking mentally broke, it's embarrassing. You can literally show broke-ass people what the fuck's going to happen with the biggest companies in the world. And the minute these little cheap bastards can make $500, oh, shit, they wreck themselves and sell off to make $500. I'm like, come on, bitch. Step your game up. What the fuck's the matter with these people? They've been watching these other channels too much. That's the biggest fucking problem they got. They got this Brokie mentality. Oh, I'm going to go make $1,000. I'm going to sell off my T-Rise and Liquid Mercury and Canton Coin because it's not doing anything. That's so fucking stupid, these people, I swear to God. Let's look right here. Hecto is highlighted as a milestone CIP 56 utility token, proving Canton can support real financial use case tokens. Oh my God. I think I'm definitely getting this. Institutional custody. Let's see. I'm cherry picking this. I can't read all this stuff. Okay, Hecto, this is according to Grok, okay? I'm not reading a sales bulletin or a sales brochure from Hecto. Like, they're not trying to have me sell this thing. I just plugged it into my Grok. Hecto deliberately avoids retail crypto hype. Just like when you see a Canton coin going up or a Rise token going up or a Liquid Mercury, then it goes down. Oh, sell. It's going up. Oh, quick, let's buy it. Oh, it's starting to sell. Let's sell it off. Like, that's all retail dumb shit, Brokie mentality, okay? That's not what Hecto's here for. Hecto deliberately avoids Brokie mentality type buyers. You know who they are. Same dumb motherfuckers that were selling off all this crypto. I'm like, wow. Hecto operates in the broader real-world asset tokenization narrative, projected to reach trillions. Are you hearing me? This is going to reach trillions. Oh, shit, Monica. You just got wrecked. You sold off all your fucking T-Rise and Canton and Liquid Mercury to go buy, like, Bitcoin or something. You went and bought boyfriend coin. All right, let's look at some latest news here with this. In January 2026, Hecto positions itself as turning the largest private companies in the world into public tokens. Very simple concept. So this is all tied in with Canton Coin. Oh man, this is so good. That's why I'm telling you what, these $200 programs are going to make you millions. We're at a stage now where I could start having $200 shows because we all know where this goes. This information, I just don't want anybody to have. Now, I'm going to hold it off for 5 days, give you guys time if you want to get into this, buy it, and then after 5 days, release it in the rest of the world. But by then, you'll already have it all if you want it, okay? Information is what's going to make you rich. That's what we're all here for, to have one of the best crypto researchers on the planet showing you early cryptos to get into if you choose. Hecto, here's what Grok says. Hecto Finance represents one of the more credible, institutionally aligned attempts to bring diversified pre-IPO exposures on-chain using Canton Network's privacy. Remember, Canton's got a private network. That's what these rich people want. They don't want you to see what you're buying, what they're buying. The team of Hecto has traditional finance and a digital asset pedigree. These people already have made hundreds of millions of dollars in business. Now, right now, this crypto's cheap. Grok is telling us that we got to have regulations. This thing will not grow. So right now it's good. It's good to get in now with this if you want, because we don't have regs. Grok says there's a regulatory gray area and we don't quite know what's going to happen. Guess what? When this thing gets a green light, it's not going to be 0.003. And that Canton coin, that Rise token, that liquid mercury, that shit's going to rip, okay, once we get regulations. Grok's saying it right here. Consider the early stage nature of this project, and we don't have crypto regs. So we got two things. One, this is a baby crypto. And number two, we don't have regulations. So businesses really can't dump trillions into this right now. They have to kind of wait, okay? So you're in early. That's what happens when you're in early. There's risk and there's reward. So let me click out of this. Okay, let me check here. I'm a $200 club. Thanks for everyone's help. RCC 701. All right. Okay. Look, everybody. Do not buy. Okay, I'm telling you, this crypto is hard to get. And you need to listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Nobody else. Only what I'm saying. This crypto is hard as hell to get. You cannot get it on Coinbase. Like a fucking monkey could do that shit. Listen to what I said again, just in case you got learning disabled people here. This crypto is hard as hell to get. You have to do this, that, and the other, whatever. You can't just go on Coinbase, use your fucking 3 brain cells and go buy that shit, okay? That's fucking wrong. Listen to what Crypto Hulk is saying, okay? These are the same people. You guys are the same people that get wrecked. You have no idea what you're doing. You're going to look for the easiest possible way, and then you're going to get your booty hole ripped out to about that big, okay? You need to listen to what Crypto Hulk says. It's not easy. Oh, but it's going to require work. Yes, it will. Now, you can go buy a copycat one. Go for it. If it's easy, you don't want it. You want to have to put in work to get this motherfucker, okay? I will show you, if enough people want this thing, I will show you how to get it. It's not going to be easy, okay? All right. Hyperscale data. Now, this is a company that we've invested in on this channel, and they're starting to do some big things. Let's take a look right here. Hyperscale data receives utility, will serve determination of approximately 125 additional megawatts at one of its Montana sites. So let's look here. If you go on the New York Stock Exchange and you want to look up this hyperscale company, here's their stock. GPUS right there. So you go on the NASDAQ, you want to buy that shit or whatever, you get it on Robinhood or whatever. June 24th, Las Vegas, Nevada. The company is in Las Vegas, Nevada. GPUS, an artificial intelligence data center company anchored by Bitcoin, today announced that its indirect, wholly owned subsidiary, BNI Montana. So BNI Montana is a company. Hyperscale Data owns that. They previously received a formal will serve letter from the Lower Yellowstone Rural Electric Cooperative for up to 125 megawatts of additional power at one of Montana facilities following completion of a load study. Hyperscale Data is going to be selling electricity. The determination relates to one of two Montana facilities on which the company currently holds existing land leases. That Montana facility currently operates approximately 10 megawatts of power, supporting Bitcoin mining operations. The company's second Montana location, situated about 15 miles away, also has the ability to operate 10 megawatts of power. No load study has been done at the second Montana facility. However, BNI Montana is currently considering undertaking a load study to determine how much additional power, if and any, can be made available there. The company views Montana as a strategic long-term opportunity to develop power-intensive infrastructure capable of supporting Bitcoin mining, AI computing, cloud infrastructure, and other high-performance computing applications. So, let me look here. We view this as a significant milestone for our investment in Montana operations, said Milton Todd Alt III, executive chairman of Hyperscale Data. When we acquired these leases in 2023, we believed Montana offered the potential to become a meaningful power and infrastructure platform for the company. The letter provides a pathway to evaluate a much larger opportunity. Alt continued, let me show you their NASDAQ. GPUS. Hyperscale Data. Let's do a copy and a paste. Right here. There you go. While substantial work remains ahead and there can be no assurance regarding the ultimate outcome, we have decided to move this project to the next level and proceed forward with the development process. So Hyperscale Data is showing you what is going on in their company, and they're making business deals to try to make millions of dollars. So Centium is the head company. Underneath Centium's Hyperscale Data. Underneath Hyperscale Data is the Montana and Michigan companies. Something called Alliance Klaus Services. That's associated with the Michigan AI Center campus. So it's starting to look like things are moving again in crypto. And in the world of AI and Bitcoin and these kinds of things, data centers. So that is it. I'm going to click out of that one. That's just a quick update. And then lastly, we got 20 minutes. Right here, Canton Network again. Oh, shit, Crypto Hawk. I'm getting sick of winning on this channel. What do we got going on here? Zenith, this company called Zenith, they joined the working group to tokenize. Here we go again. They're tokenizing a JGB repo market on chain. They're taking a repo market is when you take securities and you go to get a loan, short-term loan, and then you pay it back, and then you get your securities back. You're not selling them. You're kind of using them as collateral for a loan. This is what's happening in the world, everybody, of trade. They're utilizing crypto, and Canton Network is right there. And again, Canton tokenization company is T-Rise token. You have the Canton coin and Liquid Mercury crypto token. All three of those are involved with Canton. Now, we're talking about Zenith here. Zenith, the Ethereum and Solana virtual machine execution layer for Canton Network, has joined Progmat tokenized JGB on-chain repo working group. The consortium aims to here we go again with revolutionizing stuff. You see that word popping up? Evolution, revolution. That's showing you, everybody, this is becoming very massive. This consortium aims to revolutionize. Oh my God, listen to this. And Canton Network is all three of those cryptos are all over this like flies on horse shit, everybody. This consortium aims to revolutionize one of the world's largest repo markets by moving tokenized Japanese government bonds. That's TJGB. Tokenized Japanese government bonds and the repo transactions onto, they're going to take these government bonds and the repo transactions onto institutional grade blockchain solutions called the Canton Network. Everybody, if you can't get rich off my program, I can't help you. You've got some kind of special Dane Bramage that is just, you're fucked, okay? I can't help you. Not making fun of you, just stating facts. Launched under what we know as Digital Asset Co-Creator Consortium, the working group unites several firms, including MUFG Bank, that's a Ripple partner, Mizuho Bank, Ripple partner, Sumitomo Mitsui Banking, Ripple partner, State Street, you got involved in here, SBI Securities, Ripple partner, and Japan Exchange Group's Market Innovation and Research. The group is conducting a joint study on tokenizing, here we go, tokenizing the rights to Japan's group here, enabling fully on-chain repo transactions using tokenized JGB collateral paired with stable coins. Oh, man. Here's what the co-founder at Zenith says. As the canonical Ethereum-compatible execution layer for Canton Network, Zenith enables institutions and developments to natively deploy applications and customizable virtual blockchains, that work seamlessly with Canton's compliant, privacy-enabled infrastructure. Everybody, we're not even hearing the word XDC anymore, are we? Let's just keep going. This collaboration positions us at the forefront of bringing real-world assets on-chain and will transform liquidity in Japan. Oh my God, this Canton is going to totally transform Japan. You got T+0. That means like instant transactions, everybody. Instant settlement. According to Zenith, this accounts for 10% of the global government-backed repo. That's approximately, this deal right here alone, $16 trillion. You need to understand this. That Canton network, just from this alone, this is just like that. You see what I'm talking about with Canton, T-Rise, and the liquid mercury? They're going to be very, very busy because just this deal alone, 16 trillion is going to get put on the Canton platform. Oh my God. That's so fucking massive. That's bigger than my ego. Okay, let me check the comments real quick. Then I'll read the deep dive. We'll probably make it out of here a little early today. You get early. I'll let you off early from school today. Okay. All right, no questions there. Let's keep going. Now, this is the Grok deep dive. It's very short and painless. Let's take a deeper look at what this is. Zenith is a company, and it's joining Progmat, tokenized JGB. Here's what Grok says. This is a significant institutional tokenization development. Zenith, the native Ethereum virtual machine and planned SVM, is the execution layer for the Canton network, has been invited into a high-profile Japanese consortium to tokenize Japanese government bonds, JGB, and enable fully on-chain repo transactions using tokenized JGB collateral paired with stablecoin cash legs. Let me cherry pick this here, everybody. Their goal for doing all this on-chain on Canton, everybody, is for instant settlements, 24/7 operation, all this stuff. What's the problem they're going to solve? What is the problem that Canton, T-Rise, liquid mercury, all these are going to solve? The problem with these business deals take 2 to 3 days to settle. That's what this is going to fix. This is going to fix instant settlement, 24/7, tokenization, moving liquidity around the entire world, running at all times, the day and night. It's going to eliminate all the high fees. It's going to make everything simple. We could locate stuff very quickly. I mean, it's a revolution. They're going to utilize Canton's institutional settlement with DAML, DAML smart contracts to get this shit done without bridges. You're not going to need an Axelar on this one. Why are they not going to need a bridge? They're using Ethereum virtual machines. And I'm going to tell you, they're probably using Cosmo SDK. And that's Ripple's sidechain with Ethereum virtual machines that Ripple and Persist made together. So this is running on Ripple. And hold on. Now you've got, Stellar as a partner of the DTCC. We're utilizing Stellar as well on this. Just my opinion. I mean, because everything settles on the DTCC. So yeah, they're using Stellar. But all these partners of these banks are all Ripple. So they're running Ripple, working on together. Look, all these good cryptos work together. So it's not like, are they using Stellar or Ripple? They're using both. They're also using the Canton Coin, T-Rise, and Liquid Mercury. They're using like 5 cryptos right here alone. I'm sure they got Chainlink in there, maybe some Pyth, the PYTH Oracle as well, and maybe Redstone Oracle. I don't know. But those are 3 oracles that I'm aware of. Progmat. Let me just look at people involved. Yeah, all these Japanese banks are all Ripple partners. But Stellar is for moving at light speed also. So yeah, Stellar's involved in this. Canton has what they call the global synchronizer for coordination across participants and validators. Zenith, Ethereum virtual machine transactions are encapsulated or wrapped into native Canton transactions for atomic composability. Now, notice we went over this morning hash on the Providence chain. The Providence chain is a crypto called hash. It doesn't wrap. So this requires wrapping, and on hash, it doesn't require any wrapping. But the hash is more with that real estate. And there's things that on the Providence blockchain they don't require wrapping like this does. Specific working group. I'm just kind of cherry picking this. I'm only going to pull out the stuff that I feel we need to go over. DTCC. Broader social media. Okay. Down to the summary. This is a high signal institutional tokenization. They're using core securities finance, repo collateral, using Zenith's additional strengths, Canton's appeal by opening it to unmodified Ethereum applications with privacy. That'll be it. I didn't want to dig too deeply into this. I'm not in the financial world, so I'm kind of outside of my area of knowledge here. But basically what we have is global trade. Here's what we're going to summarize this whole thing with repos and all that stuff. These rich people, these organizations worth hundreds of millions of dollars, they trade. And sometimes just short-term trade, overnight, 1 week, 3 months. Okay. They trade. They need to get money for a short period of time, and then they pay it back and stuff. That's called traditional finance. It's been going on for thousands of years. Now what we're moving into is cryptocurrency, blockchain, digitization. What I did here is gave you the cryptos that are involved, the crypto platforms that are involved in the evolution of global finance and trade. That's what we discussed today. The evolution of global finance and trade. What are the biggest corporations in the world doing? How are they moving money around? And now they're going to start using blockchain to move money around. It's a form of money called tokenization. You take a real world stock, you put it into a crypto form, they call it tokenization. This is for brand new people. I'm trying to make it easy for you to understand what's going on. So these real world trades become tokens that you can own. And what we're talking about with here is the token. We're talking about tokens and crypto that makes all this work. So we're not talking about buying these repos. That's if you're an institutional investor, you can do that. Or if you're an institution, you can buy tokens. But we're talking about buying tokens that help this process happen. That's what we're buying, the stuff that we're allowed to buy in hopes that we're going to become millionaires one day, which we will, because I'm showing you the evidence and I'm showing you the cryptos that they're using. All right, that'll be it for this very first $200 a month Crypto Hulk private showing. And in 5 days, this will be open to the public. I'll see you.